Hello everybody and welcome back to IndieCraft. Today we're doing a build suggestion from Leroy, who has requested that we add a bus stop to our town. So Leroy, I got you. We're gonna add the best bus stop you've ever seen. Remember, if you just clicked on this video, this show is all about building your Minecraft build suggestions in our town. So take a second to leave your build suggestion down below and let's roll that intro. Alrighty, man, I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I apologize, there's been a little bit of interrupts to this season so far. Actually, I was gonna build this on this side, but I think I'll go to the other side of our town. But we've had a few interrupts to our season. I'll call it as it is. I have not been able to stick to these episodes as tightly as I want, but I feel like part of like what is enjoyable about this show is that it's just like a drop in on my life and I can talk about what's going on. And so I don't really want to like backlog like, oh, I recorded 5 episodes when I had time, and then you're watching them for the next 3 weeks, or 2 months later you're like watching a video that I have no like connection to at that point because it's just talking about what was going on in that moment. So anyways, it's good to be back. I'm gonna try to be as consistent as possible with these uploads, but it's this series is a little tough. But if you're missing me and you're like, oh man, I just want to hang out with Nick, I have other videos on the channel too, which are a little more organized. The stuff I do with my sister, of course, we are uploading stuff all the time. So I hope you'll give those things a look if you would. We got a RuneScape series that I'm super proud of. Like every episode they're a little more like big idea kind of videos. It's like every episode we're like, okay, what crazy thing are we going to try to do this one with some big goals? So anyways, you clicked on a Minecraft video. I'll stop, talking about RuneScape, but I do think you would like it if you like this series. I think it would maybe surprise you how enjoyable it could be for you, but no pressure. It'll just crush my heart if you don't check it out. So hopefully you all are having a great week. Over this weekend, the astronauts just returned on the Artemis 2 mission that went to the moon, which is pretty sick. That'll kind of date this video for anyone watching this in the future. So I think it's been exciting. It was fun. I've never seen like other than like the SpaceX kind of stuff that's happened. I haven't really seen like a space launch like this take off. I think maybe one happened in my lifetime, maybe not. I don't remember when like there's obviously people go to the ISS, but yeah, this was it's a pretty exciting week to follow, and it all seemed like it went off really well. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know if anyone else follows space stuff. Sometimes I get deep into it, and sometimes I'm totally like head in the sand. Like, we're going to space? Oh, I don't know. So this one felt like a moment in some ways. Like, oh, people like culturally will be talking about this one for a while. So it's pretty cool to be here to witness it. And hopefully, we'll see more cool space stuff. So I like space stuff. So I think I forgot to grab gravel out before I started. I want to get some gravel for the path for this bus station. But yeah, oh yeah, what in the world? What was I doing here? I think I maybe didn't want to break. I think I didn't want to break this tree, but I needed a log. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that back. Actually, yeah, we'll leave that as is, so that the tree is not broken. But awesome. Well, that in mind, one thing I've been wanting, and I haven't been doing a great job, but I've been wanting to get back to in this series in particular is doing our questions of the day. So, the question of the day comes from me, but feel free to leave your question down below, and I'll just grab it and use it in the next episode. The question of the day is from me is, would you rather go into a space shuttle and go to space, like around the moon or something, or would you rather get in a submarine and go to the depths of the ocean? I feel like this will just resonate with like what your natural fears are. I think for me it's tough. To be honest, I'm probably like maybe to a degree more excited about the ocean. I really like deep sea stuff, but I also think I'm terrified of it. So I think the rational part of me is like the deep sea stuff has to be like, at least I assume, more safe. But also depending on who you're going with, as there maybe the space stuff gets more scrutiny and oversight, so maybe it's actually safer in the long run. But it seems like going into the depths of the ocean would be safer, and like probably objectively. But so that makes me lean. I'm probably Probably go to space. Sorry, go to the ocean kind of dude. But I think I'm more curious about space, but I think my risk aversion would make me not want to go. Purely that. So, but I don't know. I'm curious to see what your all's opinions are if you're going to space. I think space could be like maybe cooler too. It's obviously a little more exclusive too. But although deep sea dives are a fairly exclusive crowd too, I'm not sure what the numbers are there. But I'm just assuming that there's more people have done deep sea dives than oceans. They've never added like a stone brick fence, have they? Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Actually, I don't know if I want to use that. I was hyped for half a second there, but I think I actually want to do spruce fences for this. So I'm going to do this backwards. I always do this backwards. It's going to be, yep. See that? I know who I am. I know my mistakes. I know my problems. Okay. 6 is not enough, so we'll do a few more. So anyhow, let me know in the comments. That's the whole point of the question of the day. You got to let me know what in the world that you'd want to be doing, where you'd rather be. So I just did it again, guys. I just freaking did it again. Who am I? Who am I? Oh, okay. There we go. These are going to be our light posts. I don't remember how to make lanterns off the top of my head. Should I use this? I hate using this. Okay, it's not in there. Or maybe it's called a lamp. Lamp? No. I don't know how to make a lantern. We'll have to consult the wiki. The recipe book has been zero help, so. But this will be our road, and we'll connect this directly into our station, which would be really good. It's also good to be doing this, like, practically speaking, because I just need more dirt for some other projects and, like, terraforming. So it's good to build some stuff, like, ripped into the ground like this, so I actually have a little more dirt to work with. So this is going to be our road, though, coming into town. I'm open to, like, putting things on this road. If you guys have some, like, cool build ideas, I'm not totally sure yet, but maybe we could, like, make this road a critical part of the town. Like, you come in, this is Broadway. You know, we put a theater on here or something, so people really come in. They get the IndieCraft experience from the town. So I don't know. Haven't given it a lot of thought, but I did want to kind of start that part of this. I really would like to put lanterns. I think I am going to look it up, but for now we'll just do a post, and I need to put some dirt. We can just do a post, and then we'll just do a torch on top for the moment. I'm going to come back and replace that with a lantern here later, but for this moment right now, we'll just put a torch on that. I'll look up how to make a lantern later. I don't even know that I can make a lantern, because I did get glowstone, actually, so maybe we're good. I use 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 space, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Let's get that in place. Give me that. That is exactly what I wanted to do. It's rare that I bother to make an exact count of something, but there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead. Maybe we get a sleep in. Oh, I don't have a sword in my sword spot. I have a pickaxe in my sword spot. What in the world? Okay. Let's fix that before we go on with anything. Sorry, Iron Pick. You are loved. You are precious, but I also have no use for you. So away from me. Let's get out some diamonds. And it's hearing a lot of sounds close, so I wouldn't be surprised if this does not let me sleep. You cannot rest now. There are monsters nearby. Well, where are you at, monsters? Come on. You want a piece of me, boy? Come on. Well, there we go. Hi, buddy. I would have killed you sooner, but, you know, it's tough. It's tough life. Beautiful. Okay, now let's get here in bed, get to a fresh new day so we can actually start working on the bus station. So I think this one should be a fairly local kind of style bus station. I don't... Guys, I never get tired of this sunrise. It is just the best part of these shaders. Oh, gosh, I love it. Okay. Don't get distracted. I'm going to need some more diorite for this build. I want this... Is that diorite? Yeah. I think I have more. Yeah, okay. I thought I had quite a bit of diorite. I want the station to be like kind of have that like bright white look, a little like the butcher place. So we're gonna use a lot of polished diorite for this, and probably a lot of I want stone slabs. Oh, wait, hold up. Stone slabs they don't look the same. Hold up. Well, I don't know if I want stone slabs anymore. How do I make the stone slabs of old? I guess they don't exist anymore because this does not look like a stone slab. I like the old look of stone slabs. What is this crap? What is this crap that's being forced upon me? Okay. Well, we'll pivot. We got to pivot, guys. We got to change with the times. Change with the times. Speaking of the times, this week, or maybe last week, I saw it this week, so I should say. I don't actually know if it was this week. I think it was this week. There's a new Minecraft update, which is pretty cool. And I was just reading through it. There wasn't a whole lot. There's a lot of new animal sounds I saw, so I don't know if you guys can hear all those. It was kind of driving me crazy before I started, so I turned down my volume really low on my headphones. So I don't know if you guys were listening to all those animal sounds over there, but apparently there's new sounds for lots of animals. But the cooler thing is there's a new flower in the world called a dandelion, I think. And the dandelions will stop animals from growing up, so you can have little baby animals forever. They could be little cute animals forever, which probably mostly has application for like maybe like adventure maps and servers and stuff like that. But I kind of like the idea of like having cute little pets that are tamed forever. They never change and they never grow up. That's what you always hear from like parents and pet owners. Like, I never want you to grow up. And then they do, of course. So, but this is like, I could actually have my dream and my pet will never grow up. So my thought originally with this bus station, sorry, I'm pivoting rapidly here to another topic, but my thought originally was to have the bus station be like a small little bus stop. I don't know if any of you like live in a small area, like an exterior. Well, either like what you see in a big city with just like, here's a little like enclosure that's half open where you can like sit and wait for your bus. But you also feel like I see these in like small areas that don't have a lot of like bus transportation. They have like one bus a day. It's just like a crummy little stop on the side of a 2-lane highway. And Midwesterners, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I assume maybe I don't know if that's ubiquitous to like the whole country, and I don't know if that's uniquely like North America either, but that's what I was kind of thinking. But I think having a proper station would be cool, even though we're definitely like a small village right here. So it feels like maybe slightly unrealistic that we'd have it this good, but look, we gotta be happy. So we're going to build this building. It's going to have maybe a similar vibe to the place over there, in like the mix of spruce, diorite, and but more stone brick in this one. So I think what I want to do for this one is because you're going to be coming in from stone brick already. So let's go ahead and have stone brick here. Well, maybe we'll do a double door. Double door feels natural for a station. So we won't belabor that. This will be a small little fenced in area. I think I want it to be a little more asymmetrical. That's probably fine. I want the door to be on the side of this place. And then when you come in the door, you're going to be on diorite floor. So it'll be like that nice, super polished look when you're indoors. So let's go out just maybe 3 blocks this way, I think is what I want to do. And then I want to do 7 this way. 7. Okay. And then we'll build walls around this. It's not going to be the deepest thing, but I think we get in there, we put in a little counter, stuff like that. We should be able to get a pretty sick build. So this is going to be a like stone brick column kind of build, because I want to have that like I don't know what you call that style of design. Did I do an even number? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I need an odd number. So the pillars. I don't want the pillars to end up even number, because this one's going to be off the edge. Okay, cool. I wanted this to work out like so. And actually, should we nest it? Yeah, let's do this. Let's have these come out double, and we'll do like deep window panes here across, and we'll kind of do the inverse of what we did before. I don't need these slabs yet. We'll do spruce in these portions, and then the glass will be in there. But I want it to be fairly broad, and actually, now that I'm doing this, I think I want to go ahead and put these in the ground so that the windows truly are that like floor to ceiling kind of vibe. I think that'll be a pretty cool look. I'm a big fan of that, so that's what we're getting for this train station. I want it to be not my issue, but like my hope for the town is like I want it to have somewhat of a style throughout the town, so you feel like you walked into a place that has, you know, some thoughtfulness, but also like the reality is like if you go to most cities, you see like the eras. I feel like as you go through a town, you can see like the history as the town has expanded and such. So I kind of like that too, where you get different styles and things going on. So we're gonna have a mixture of both of those ideas here. We'll have some stuff that's just like, hey, the town is this way, and then some stuff that's, you know, will have changed as we went along and pivoted. So This will be cool. I think what I'll do for each of these is we'll make them all one higher. My inventory is so full of dirt right now. Make these all one higher for our front. And the front is really where this build is going to shine, I think. The inside, I'm not going to have the back is open. So the inside will be just a little more closed off. But that'll be okay. I think that'll actually serve this really well. Okay. That's perfect. And then we'll do slabs. Let's do it now. Let's do slabs here. I think I just want to use the same type of slab. I may want to change those for stairs. I can't decide without seeing it from the front. But we'll see how it looks. And then I think for the roof, this is what I wasn't totally sure before starting on like the palette, if I wanted the roof to also be stone brick or if that's going to feel like too samey. I'm kind of thinking about doing diorite on the roof right now. That's my leaning at this moment. So let's get a craft table down and let's just make a few of these to get a vibe. But I'm pretty sure I want to do a diorite roof on this so that it has a nice contrast on top. So if I do this across, I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do. We want to mix these textures up. I don't think these are the perfect two textures to mix, but I do think it will give the building like a very defined look. Yeah, I might even have those come out. I think I will have them come out over that lip. And then the windows will also have wood coming down like here. And the glass will be right in between. And this will just be, that'll be doors. And we need some more diorite slabs. Then we can, okay. I think I've locked in what this should look like. I think I got a pretty good idea in my head what the face of this building should look like. As we build, we'll make some pivots, of course. But yeah, my goal is we're not going to make this uber deep again. Like it's going to be a somewhat like long, narrow building, which I think is pretty natural for like this kind of station anyways. So we're not going to make it uber deep. Okay, that'll be our one window. We're going to do the same thing on this side, but we're just going to do a double window here and then another column here. And then this will all be closed in behind, but we can get to this height. So the slabs, I think we have them come out, and I think we jump off and nearly die. That's the Minecraft way. Now, I think these slabs should come out over the portions of windowsills, and that way it's not like all the slabs, but it has like just a little more dimension. I hope this doesn't come off as like just kind of random. That's my only fear about this roof right now, but I'm hoping from the front, if you see it, it'll look cool. Okay, I like that. 3, 3, 2, 2. Perfect. I wanted the building to be a little asymmetrical. That's perfect. So this will be grass. Maybe we grab some bone meal, even plant some flowers there or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Let's get this inside portion dug out, and then we'll be basically ready to like just close this bad boy in and get working on the interior design. So that'll be pretty exciting. So it's snowing. It's been this is your Midwest update, which maybe is what this series is turning into. My life this week has been just a weather conundrum. I've experienced cold, snow, and ice yet again, and over 90 degrees. And that's not changing locations, guys. That's the world I live in. Sometimes I get a little bitter because I feel like you say stuff. This is a perception I've realized a lot of people have. Like everyone believes they live in the most humid place on earth, and everyone believes that their weather is volatile. But let me tell you, I've been to many places. It is not like the Midwest United States. This is a crazy place for weather fluctuation. So people in California love you, but no, your weather is not there's a reason you're living in California and people want to live there and they don't want to live in the Midwest because your weather doesn't do what our weather does. So please don't. It feels like stolen valor when other people do this. They're like, oh yeah, we get that too. I'm like, you live in Florida. You live in Florida. You don't get 60, 70 degree weather swings in a single 24 hours. Get out of here. Not that it never happens, but this is like a yearly occurrence for us as we have this like, we call it fake false start winters or fake winters where you're like, okay, it froze. Okay, now it's hot again. Or the reverse false start, like spring. It's like, okay, it froze. Okay, now it's hot again. This is, I feel like there's some stolen valor. And I know it's like something I shouldn't be offended of. That doesn't matter. But look, until you've lived in the Midwest and you understand it, you won't get it. So we really experience the seasons here, is how I'd put it. Which is cool and sucks sometimes, but the Midwest is great. I highly recommend it. As someone, I'm a proud Midwesterner who loves his land, but sometimes our weather is not pleasant. Like yesterday, all I wanted to do was go out for a hike, and I had plans to hike with friends in the morning, and it was like, oh, massive thunderstorms coming through. It's like, cool. And like, I know people get bad weather reports everywhere, so this isn't quite as unique, but it was like, oh, but the weather report says big thunderstorms. It was like, I could hear the thunder. Never rained. It's like, okay. So a little disappointed we didn't get out and go for a hike. And then I was like, it kind of cleared up in the mid-afternoon. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a hike. My friend's going to make it. I was like, I'm just going to go for a hike. And then it was like, I heard thunder, and it was like, oh, big storm's coming, big storm's brewing. I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't. It wouldn't be wise to go out and go die in a big thunderstorm, right? Or just like put yourself at risk. So like, I won't do it. That wouldn't be wise. Guess what? There was a thunderstorm warning all afternoon, all evening. It never rained. And again, I know bad weather reports happen, but like the radar was like yellow and green over our heads, and the rain, the thunder never came. And the thunder came, but the suffering never came. So that's typical Midwest life for you, though. So one thing I'm realizing is I actually don't have maybe any more glass except for those 4 pieces. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I caught this now because I think I have sand. I do, which is in really weird stacks. But I have some sand. Let's go ahead and get some sand going in our furnaces so that we actually have a little bit of sand to work with. I don't have... Whoa. Do I have any coal? Probably going to be in minerals. No. Where have I stored my coal? I've actually been fairly low on coal, and I need to do... I'm once again kind of finding myself at the point I need to do like a mining run. All right. 2 coal. 2 coal to rule them all. All right, coal, bring us home. We'll take some sand here, and we'll just... look, it's not going to be pretty. I'm not proud of what I'm about to do. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do for the video. So, I'm sorry. We're going to use logs. We're not even going to make it charcoal. Just logging it up. That'll work. That'll get us enough glass to finish this bad boy up, which is all we really need. Leroy, I hope you're happy. Hope you're happy. That wasn't like I feel like the way that came out of my mouth was like an embittered, I hope you're happy, but I actually mean, I hope you're happy. I hope you like your build. I hope it's everything you dreamed it would be by the time it's done. And if it's not, I don't know what you were expecting. You've seen the series. You know what I'm capable of at this point. There should be no surprises if you think your build sucks. Although I think of the butcher shop, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's kind of like a shining light over our town. You know, it's tragic we have to slaughter all our pets in there. So poor little things, but it's kind of beautiful. It's like the most beautiful place we got here. So I like it. And I think this bus station it'll again, beckon in a new era for our town of beauty. And I'm thinking maybe a new region because I've been wanting the town to kind of go this way. At some point, I want to think through how we can tie this all in to the area down below, which I think would be pretty neato. Because like I want like the game shop, like Extra Life and everything to really be part of the town. So I'm not sure. I'm just not sure at this moment exactly how it'll all weave together, but hopefully you guys will have some ideas. I'll build your ideas. Wow. We could call it a whole series after that. That'd be absolutely freaking brilliant. Cool. Okay, let's build this last column here. This is going to be the edge of the building. So we'll go to here, and then we need this back one broke out too. And this will be the back wall. Perfect. I'm not... Actually, I will. I was going to say I'm not going to do the columns on the back wall, but I think I have to because you will be able to see it from the top of the hill. I do want it to be like a little bit at least woven into the mountain, but I'm also okay with this back wall being like flat versus the front and sides. I actually think it'll have some more texture if you do it that way. So, yeah. Does this look good? Does this look good? I think this looks good. Okay. Then we'll just build these columns exactly across from these. And then, yeah, it'll just be kind of built into the ground. We could even, I love secret tunnels and passageways around in town. If you watched any of the old seasons of this, there were many. So we could have like secret tunnels from the train station into other parts of the town, which I think would be absolutely incredible to build. So maybe that's on the docket for later as we do some underground connection to the other area. I don't know exactly what I want it to look like, but something like that that'd be pretty dope. I don't know. I'm crazy about those kind of things, so I don't know. I'd be up for building something like that. Last window, yeah, and then we'll break out this dirt here so you can really get a view. This dirt should not be broken. Let the grass grow back, and I want to break out all this snow. Bleck. I wasn't gonna open this window up here, but I am actually. I changed my mind. I was thinking originally those back ones would be closed off windows, but I think I actually like them. So some more polished diorite, some more diorite slabs, which we need a lot more for the roof anyways. And we'll just finish up these windows here. All right, now we just got to put the glass in on those, and those windows will be as good as done. And then these slabs go here. Yeah, like so. If I can remember what this roof actually looks like, that would be very helpful. Okay, and these come out over the windows, like so. Beautiful. Okay. That is it for that. What if, I was going to do this. This is, again, maybe a last minute pivot. Let's put windows here. Like, kind of small windows out the top. That'd be pretty cool, eh? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do windows right here. And then you can see out the back of the building, which I think will be pretty cool. We'll go ahead and cover these up, but leave the rest open. It'll be like cool skylight windows, I think would be actually we're getting a little fancy here. I don't know. We ain't having the crummy old builds of old where I didn't have good ideas. I actually don't know that those happen. I think maybe I've actually devolved as a builder. I don't know if that's true. I certainly don't feel like before when I did this show. I'll tell you a secret. I didn't have to really plan for it. I wrote down like topics of things I wanted to talk about. And that's about it. I wrote down some topics. I was like, cool, I'll talk about those. And then I just jumped in and built the thing. But I actually do a little bit of thinking now before I build. So I don't know if that's paying off in the videos or if my old age and lack of skill is just catching up with me. But it's hard for me to tell. But I hope it's made for some cool looking builds so far in the season. So I think our town, I get this feeling every time I've done a season of the show, actually. I think at this point in the town, I can like somewhat see, okay, there's like vision here for what this could be, but it's not like nothing's fully formed enough to quite like be like, okay, this is a whole town with like its own personality and stuff. So I kind of feel like I'm a little bit in that place. Like I kind of see some vision. There's stuff happening. This will turn into something, but we're still a little bit of ways from it like being fully formed. So I think once we get that, that's like I get really excited because I see like, okay, there's regions, there's everything. So that's what I kind of long for is to like get to that point. Okay, that should be a weird looking ceiling. Who knows if it'll look good, but that'll be fine. Let's break all of this. We can have our floor. Get a reception desk put in here. Beautiful. Okay, before it snows again, let's go ahead and grab our glass and get at least the ceiling glass filled in. So 16. This is going to be close on the glass. I'm not entirely sure this will be enough, but we'll see. Every pane counts, so let's get that out. 36. I think we'll have enough. I'm not doing any math in my head to actually validate that. I'm just guessing. I just need to be careful. Don't misplace a block. Because literally every block will matter here. But I really don't want to have to deal with snow. So let's prioritize the skylight part of this. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. This place is coming together wonderfully. Okay. Now, the rest are panes. We get 16 out of each of those. This will be close. I don't know how many I need for these windows. I'm not going to count it up. I'm just going to wing it. And we'll see how it goes. Because there are some big windows and small windows here. The big ones need 6. The big ones need 9. The small ones need 6. So, we'll see. We could also just... Maybe we do metal bars. I feel like metal bars can look a little prison-y, is my only concern. But it is kind of tempting. We could do metal bars on the upper windows, which might be just a different texture in here, which could be kind of cool. Do this. I'm kind of torn. I think I want to do spruce doors for sure on this. I just am a little torn on what goes above them. I don't think it should be the logs coming down. I also don't... I don't think it should be glass. It doesn't feel right to me. Maybe it's just polished diorite. I'm not totally satisfied with that, but we'll come back to it. We'll come back to that. I'm just not totally sure. Wow, the way that light's coming through, that's exactly what I wanted from this skylight. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, beautiful. Now, back to the house. Eat a little bit. We got a couple more things to throw in here, and we'll have this build. We'll have this build done for you, Leroy. Okay, we're gonna have the greatest build that has ever been seen in the series. Okay, can't sleep yet. I was gonna try out those iron bars. I only have one, and I'm pretty slim on iron. Do we invest it in iron bars with the small amount of iron I even have? We absolutely do. It's the only right option. Because what we do here in IndieCraft is purely for the style, not for any other reason. So, all right. I don't want to be holding snowballs. You know what? Let's save them in case I want to do... I guess I might want to do, like, make some snow blocks or something later. So we'll save them instead of just wasting them. Why is it night? Iron bars. I got some spruce. Let's grab a little more spruce out, because I'm going to make some benches and stuff. I think we have all the rock we need. Yeah, can I sleep? No, I can't sleep. Okay. We'll just head ourselves back over that way. But that'll be cool. I am excited that hopefully, Cassie and I think I mentioned this several weeks back. We're starting a new game series here soon on the channel. We actually just haven't filmed it yet. Not for a lack of want to do it, just for time, and then like figuring out when it's best to start speaking, because there's a lot of things going on the channel. And one thing I'm not totally sure of is like mixing different types of contents. Like, should we just, if we're gonna do RuneScape videos, should we just be the RuneScape people? That part, part of me feels like there's a clear, like, it's probably better to just like make one type of content. But part of me is like, at the end of the day, like, we're just trying to have fun with it. And I think I'd rather, like, if, people are going to come and join, that they just kind of want to join to watch stuff that we're doing. And if it's, Minecraft or RuneScape, maybe the game doesn't matter. I think it's like my ideal. I also don't know that that's, I don't know if it's realistic or not. Let's break this out. Cool. I wonder if these should be stairs. I'm kind of thinking they should be. I kind of think we should cover the wood from that part so you just see it hanging down. Unfortunately, it's going to look a little weird with the iron bars in those corners. It makes me think maybe those should be a single iron bar, but let's just try it out. But yeah, I'm fairly confident I want these to be stairs, though, so. Okay. I'm a little vulnerable right now at night. I hope a creeper doesn't come out and get me. But anyways, we do have a new series coming out real soon. So we're going to film it probably sometime in the next week or two. And then hopefully you'll get it in shortly after that. But yeah, I'm excited for that. It'll be another bit of a retro throwback game. It's a game we've actually, neither of us have played. So I think it'll be fairly interesting because it's an old game, but it'll be a new experience for both of us. So I think it'll be a fairly interesting thing to watch. I hope, at least. And I'm hoping it's actually good. So Cassie will know more about the game than me, which will be interesting too, because often we tend to play games that I probably just have played a little more. So I feel like it's sometimes it's like I'm leading Cassie through, but she'll not that she can't play games, but it's just like I happen to be the one who's played more of them. So I think it'll be interesting to do that game. So anyways, that'll be coming soon to the channel. If you could look out for that. And then obviously I'm trying to keep the IndieCraft coming for y'all. I think I've mentioned this already. I am doing some traveling. I'll be out of the country for all of May. And so that's one thing I'm a little worried about is how IndieCraft fits into that, if I'm being honest. So I don't know yet. I really don't know. I'm hoping I can keep up with it though. So we'll just have to see. Life may get in the way of that, unfortunately, but my hope is to keep IndieCraft going somehow through that. Maybe the format has to change because I'll be laptop bound. I don't know. I just don't know. I think I like these curved benches. Yeah, baby. That would add, a little more seating there at the end. Heck yeah. Okay. And then one thing I don't think I can do. See, I'd love to have slabs on top, but there's no way to get like a halfway in between slab, unfortunately. I think that's out of the picture, but that would be so cool to do. Okay. Wonder, I really miss how those worked before, but oh well. Put a chair back here. That'll be beautiful. And then we got some signs. And I think it's a little, I want to get a map or something to put on the wall inside. I feel like it's a little barren, if I'm being honest, inside, but I don't know really what I should make for a map. You know what? I don't think we've decided was the name of our town. We're going to go with the Knackville. Named after myself, of course. Knackville. And then station. Put a lot of work into this naming. So welcome to the Knackville station. And we will make another sign, of course. Because we need to honor, excuse me, I had like a yawn, which kind of, I hope the burp didn't come through. I don't know. Transform, we want to proudly display episode. Oh shoot, what episode? 10? Gosh, I'm a little worried my episode numbers are so wrong. Bus station. Leroy. I hope it's episode 10. Remind me to change the sign if it's not. I'll honestly, I get a little foggy on episode numbers often, so remind me to change the number if not. But here we are. Hey, it's pretty. It's pretty. It's very open, which is one of my goals. I want it to be like open and bright, so that you feel like you're exposed. You can see your bus, so a bus can come down through town. Maybe we need to build a bus in a later episode. It would probably have to be like to scale larger than the station itself, but maybe that's a future build idea. I don't know. But all right, everybody. I think with that is gonna wrap it up. So thank you, Leroy, for your build idea. Please remember, if you're watching the video still, leave your build suggestions down below in the comments. I will build it as part of our world. It will expand our beautiful town. If you're still watching the video, please leave, I think there's a bus emoji. If there's not a bus emoji, maybe leave like some vehicle, some other vehicle, but not a boat, some other land vehicle wheels. Leave that in the comments below. If you're still watching, so I know you're the realist in the whole world and you're not a loser that clicked off the video earlier. Like come on, I don't know what I'd do with you if you're that. I hope, Christian, you better be here. You better be here, Christian. Calling you out specifically. So, Christian, you have to leave a bus emoji and a poop emoji. So that's on you. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you here next week. Don't forget to get subscribed. Check out some of the Minecraft stuff on the channel. We're doing Skyblock with my sister. It's a really hilarious series. And I'm also doing RuneScape. Great series as well. A little different than this, but I think you would enjoy them. That's what I think. If you enjoy this, you'll enjoy that. That's my guarantee. That may not be that much of a guarantee. So thank you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!